So we're here to talk about Office 365, specifically OneDrive and SharePoint. We'll cover a couple of topics today, like what exactly are these services? How are they being used today? What are some common issues people have been having? And how do we address those? At the end, we'll take some questions. So what is Office 365? Well, Office 365 is a toolbox where all of your productivity tools exist. So you have your Outlook series of applications like Mail, Calendar, and People. And then you have Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, all powerful programs you use today. And then you have SharePoint and OneDrive. Those are your storage solutions. Together, they form an ecosystem called Office 365, and they exist as desktop and web applications. Everyone has access to online applications today, and they can be found by going to a centralized portal at portal.office.com. So what is OneDrive and what is SharePoint? Well, at their core, they're cloud-based storage, which means you get backup and redundancy across different locations throughout the United States. You also get a 99.9% uptime. And what that means for you is you get accessibility from anywhere without the use of a VPN. You also get it from any device, like a smartphone, a tablet, a PC, or a Mac, and through any web browser, like Google Chrome and Firefox. Well, that's all well and good, but why did we move? Well, the Fort server was getting up there in age. And we also lost the use of a VPN when we went through our network and phone system overhauls. Fort Atkinson as a city has been no stranger to internet and power issues. And when those services are down, you can't get access to your files. And finally, Office 365 offers great disaster recovery plans. All of these together give us significant cost and time savings. OneDrive for Business is your personal storage. And it's private by default, so right out of the gate, you don't need to worry about permissions. And you can share things with other people if you want, and revoke access at any time. Put anything you want in here, it's personalized, and you have up to 1 terabyte of storage. Zach and I made a concerted effort to try to get to everyone and install OneDrive on their computer. If we missed you, just let us know. If you need a reminder of what it looks like, on the PC, it would look something like this. On the Mac, just another folder. And on the web, it looks something like this. On the flip side of the same coin, you have SharePoint, which revolves around Teams and the collaboration features within. It's more than just storage, but put your mission-critical files in here. Files that your department can't live without. And put files in here with common goals and then make real-time edits with other people. It also functions as an intranet, where you can share news and community features like events. And some of the people in SharePoint today are the ones listed here. Currently, people access SharePoint through the web, and it looks something like this. Now, a lot of you are here for me to address some common issues, and those can revolve around OneDrive or SharePoint. Now, bear in mind, a lot of what you'll learn with OneDrive can be applicable to SharePoint and vice versa. Firstly, we have uploading files. How do you do that exactly? Well, you sign into the portal and you can go to OneDrive. This is what it looks like in the web, and as you can see, I have 4 folders here. On the left-hand side, this is what it would show up on my computer as. To upload a file, I can drag and drop to my browser. It says 1 file uploaded, and there it is on my computer. Now I can do this another way, simply by dragging and dropping. By going into the same folder, the same file, and dragging and dropping directly into the OneDrive folder on my computer. It's as easy as that. We'll refresh the browser, and as you can see, the base icon photo is there. Choosing folders. This is something that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. Choosing folders is crucial because your files that are synced to your computers are actually taking up storage space on your hard drive. Go into the lower right hand corner of your action bar and click OneDrive. When you right-click that, choose Settings. You can see I'm using 16 megabytes on my PC. I can either sync all of my files and see the real-time impact of my space on my hard drive, or I can individually select a couple. I don't use Digital Solutions Work in Progress folder that often, so I'm going to not sync it. Save some space. It disappeared from my computer, but if I refresh my browser, it's up here. Use this as an archival method. Use things on your computer that you only use every day or every week. I can always sync it back by following the same steps. Go to Settings, choose Folders, and just select it again. Bear in mind, it does take up room on your hard drive. But what is syncing exactly? Well, syncing is basically a folder on your hard drive that behaves like any other folder. But as long as you sync it here, your changes will be reflected on the web or the cloud. This means you're protected against theft, damage, or viruses. When you get your computer back or you get a new one, you simply sync your files back to that computer. Now remember, it does take up hard drive space, so you're going to want to keep an eye out on your storage meters. Now a nifty thing is, even if you lose internet, it's not a problem because you save your changes, and the next time you connect to the internet, your changes will then sync up to the portal. Alternatively, if you are in the portal, whether it be you're traveling or at a friend's house or even on another computer, you can make changes in the online version of those applications, and then the next time your computer is online, the changes will be reflected there. The recycling bin. As most of you are aware, recycling bin on your computer is just a second chance to recover those files that you may have accidentally deleted. It also exists in OneDrive, so even if you go through the arduous process of deleting your file on your computer, then emptying out the recycling bin on your computer, you can always go to the recycling bin in OneDrive through the portal. On the right-hand side, we have the portal, and we'll go ahead and delete this base icon photo. As you can see on the computer, there's no longer that photo. But I can go into the recycling bin on my portal, check that, and hit restore. There it is, safe and sound. The recycling bin on the portal does have a retention policy of 30 days, so you do have only a 30-day window to realize your mistake and restore that file. Sync issues. A lot of people have been having sync issues, and most commonly it stems out from special characters. I've renamed base icon to base icon %. Says it couldn't be uploaded. Let's check out why. It says the name or type isn't allowed, and the special characters you see on screen are the reason why. Just simply rename the file, take out the %, and sync it. You're good to go. SharePoint. A lot of people have had frustration with SharePoint, and that stems mostly from having to deal with the web version. However, I'm glad to say that we now have SharePoint Sync. Let's see how to do that. You start out by going to your portal and going to your SharePoint site. In the documents, there's a button called Sync. Just click that, and it'll bring up a list of all of the folders that are on that site. Just like OneDrive, there is a real-time impact on your hard drive space, so you're going to want to only select the ones that obtain to you. As you can see, you can drill down as many times as you need to only get the files that you access most often. Alright, now I have 4.5 megabytes selected, and I have 73.6 gigabytes left on my computer. I think that's enough space, so let's hit Start Sync. It says it's syncing, so let's click on it. Here they all are. Blue arrows means they're on their way. Green means they're already on your computer. We'll go ahead and refresh this. There they all are. Now you simply go into Southcom, and you can see all the sites that you've synced. Perfect. Now let's say you don't have the right sync client, or maybe you haven't installed it at all. Well, this will show you how. You hit sync and it comes up with this little message. It says getting ready to sync. If it doesn't do anything, just hit the link, get the latest version of OneDrive, and it'll download to your computer. Just simply follow the steps and you're good to go. Now, creating a shortcut. I hate having icons on my desktop because I like to see the picture. But if you like quick, easy access to your files, just follow these steps. So on your computer, and we're under the Southcom tab, these are all my Digital Solutions files. I can go back here and right-click Digital Solutions and hit Create Shortcut. Drag it and drop it over to my desktop, and this creates a link. And it looks like this on my desktop. If you lose or accidentally delete this icon, you don't need to worry. It doesn't delete your files. It's just simply a link that takes you to that location on the hard drive. So the road ahead. We'll always be making changes to these services. Like OneDrive, we're going to be instituting auto backups. So when your new computer arrives, everything that's saved onto that computer will automatically be backed up to the web. You don't need to worry about dragging and dropping files into a specific folder. Just everything backs up automatically. And usability tweaks. We're always making sure that things are easy to use, and this is no exception. Now for SharePoint, we're looking to get all the teams in here. And we're starting to leverage it as a communications platform. And there'll be more coming down the pike. Of course, with these cloud services, features are always being added. So come back soon, and I'm sure that there's going to be something new on the horizon.